Hello everyone, welcome back to Dry Academy. I'm your host Ali. In this video, we are going to continue our learning in the cryptozombies.io website. In the last video, we left our smart contract with two functions to create zombies. One is create zombie function, which will take a name and the DNA as input, and it's a private function. That means this function is not accessible from the outside of this smart contract. Another function is generate random DNA. This is also a private function, and this function is responsible to create the random DNA number for the zombies DNA. So in this lesson, we are going to make a new function to create zombies finally. So without any further ado, let's get started. The task of this lesson is to create a public function that will take only one input, name, and inside this function we are going to call the two functions that will create zombies, and we will return the value. So let's start the coding. So let me copy the name of the function, then function, the name of the function, and which will take a parameter called name, and this is a string type. Obviously function is public type, and inside this function, the first line of this function called the generate random DNA. Then we will store this DNA value into a variable called ran DNA. So let's start. The ran DNA is uint type, ran DNA equal to generate random DNA, which will take the parameter name as an argument, semicolon at the end. Now in the second line of the function, we will call the create zombie method itself. For that, we just need to call the create zombie method like this, and inside this function we have to pass the name and ran DNA. Let's check the answer. Oh, it's not working. So we forget the memory keyword here. Memory. Let's try again. Yes, it's working now. Now in this lesson, we are going to learn about the events of the smart contracts. Event is really important in smart contracts. So the event is a process inside smart contracts to interact with the outside world. You can think of like a REST API. Though it's not exactly like REST API, you will see in actions in a minute. So the task of this lesson is to create an event called new zombie so that the front end of our app knows when a new zombie is created inside this smart contract. First off, let's declare the event itself. Here in the line number 5, we declare the event like event new zombie, and the brackets and the semicolon. Inside the brackets we need to fix the variables like a function argument. The first one is zombie id, which is a uint type zombie id. Second one is name, which is string type, and the final and third one is DNA, which is uint type. Now in the line number 19, inside the create zombie function, let's emit our event from here. To emit the event, we have emit keyword, a new zombie like this, and this new zombie event will take 3 parameters: zombie id, name, and DNA. So we have the name and DNA with us, but for the id we just have to change something. Look here in the line number 18, we are inserting a new zombie in the zombies array using this push method. This array.push method returns an uint of the new length of this array. So what we can do here, we can just define a variable uint id here and equal to zombies.push, and this zombies.push line will return the length of this array, but we need the id of the index. We know that array index starts with 0, that's why you need to -1. And now we can pass the id, the name, and the DNA like this. Now let's check. Yes, so this is all for today's video. In the next video we are going to start learning more advanced concept of solidity. With this video we just finished our basic learning of the solidity programming language and smart contract. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the future tutorials. Don't forget to share your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. Peace.